سلام علیکم. نام ماجمی زمان است. از این کامرا 65 سال میشه که ما کار میکنم و یا لقمنان پیدا میکنم از این.
While wandering around the streets of Kabul, Afghanistan, I heard about an old man who is the last remaining person in the country and likely the world who is still using a massive box camera to take portraits. We were able to get his address and randomly showed up on his doorstep where he greeted us inside and quickly asked me to sit down and remain still for the camera. So right now I'm getting my photo taken by this massive box camera and this is pretty wild. I don't really know what's going on, but hopefully it's gonna turn out okay. I was truly amazed at the manual process that Haji uses to take my photo in black and white. Can you just quickly finish explaining how it works? So I really have no idea.
There is a paper box here. There's a paper box here. Okay. This isn't supposed to be open, otherwise
they photos.
And there's this one is the iPod, this is the fixer.
They solution is the iPod. Fixer those solution they say.
Okay. And when you're sitting there, this is the focus machine that like it focuses your face when you have your right angle, then your photo is taken, and then they take out in the dark.
Oh, in the dark. That's why. Okay,
they open the box and put the paper here on the window in the glass here. So that's the location when they catch your photo.
Got it.
And after that, when they catch the photo, this is closed.
Yeah. Yeah, so no light gets in.
Yeah, they put the hand out there. You pick the paper from there.
So no light can get in.
Yeah.
Got it.
And then you put the paper inside the chemicals.
Haji went on to tell me that his camera is over 100 years old and using it has been his lifelong passion and profession. What inspired you to start taking pictures on this?
I really like this. I like this because it was a new thing. I was so excited to know this, and then there was lots of competition a lot because at that time there were many other photographers around here as well, and I just loved this, and it was a good way of income as well. So he was working with this, he was taking care of the family with that.
That was his full-time job?
Yes, that was a full-time job.
Nowadays his clients have declined, but he still enjoys using his box camera more than anything else. And how did you learn how to use it? Are you self-taught?
My teacher was my cousin. He taught me this type of photography, and it's like 50 to 60 years that I'm doing this.
Are you the only person left in Afghanistan that does this kind of photography?
All of them are lost. This generation is lost. Probably this is the only camera that I have here.
The last one. And wow, this is really, really special. Thank you for this opportunity.
One of the master who was making this camera, he's totally dead. He was the one who was making this type of cameras, and he said, I ordered this camera, and now
he's the master.
Yeah, now he's the master.
After I got my sweet photo taken, Haji took me down the street to get it copied and processed at the local camera store. In all honesty, this is one of the best souvenirs that I've ever received in all of my travels. This is such a cool souvenir. Unbelievable. Thank you so much. Teşekkür. Wow. That's so cool, man.
Yeah.
I'll take that to my grave with me. Haji invited us back into his house for a cup of tea and fruit. So we are now heading inside. Here's some tea. Salam alaikum. Thank you. Wow. This is beautiful. Look at this living room. I really love how all the living rooms in Afghanistan do not have couches or chairs, but instead a beautiful carpet where you sit and chat with family and friends. It's also the place where everyone gathers to eat. Unexpectedly, Haji invited us upstairs to view his entire camera collection, which really blew me away. We're up in his attic in his house, and he's now showing me all these accessories that he has and other really old cameras.
It's his whole life collection. When these cameras were in use, someone wanted to buy all of these cameras for 300,000 AFs. I mean Afghanis.
How much is that in dollars?
Well, now it's like something close to $5,000 to $6,000.
It's so refreshing to meet someone in the modern world who still has this passion for old school camera equipment. When did you first find your passion to take pictures?
It was like 55 years ago.
Pretty much your whole life you've made a living through taking pictures?
Yes, he was a photographer his whole life.
How much did you used to sell the pictures for, like in the 70s and 80s?
They were taking 4 passport photos for 60 AFs, which was close to $1 at that time. And then they had postcard type of photos, and also they had this big type of photos. So depend on the size of the photo. So the biggest one was like 400 AFs at that time. Something like $8, $9.
$8 or $9.
Yeah.
What do you enjoy the most about photography in general?
He says the complication of photography was nice at that time, but I really loved it because I knew a lot. But the problem is that right now I hate this type, like very easy, everyone holding a movie, like click, 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 everyone takes photo. And the passion that I loved, it made it very easy, so it's not really interesting for him. So he really liked the challenge of the old-fashioned photography.
So because of these cameras, like this one I'm holding,
Yeah.
he basically doesn't have a job anymore?
It's interesting. It's the new cameras are nice. It's very good. So the only thing is that I cannot use them, but it's okay. I'm happy. Technology is improving every day. So in the old days, we liked how to make a photo color because everything was black and white. So sometimes we were coloring the pictures with our hands. But day by day things are improving, and it's now it's nice with these digital cameras. You can do like lots of qualified good color pictures.
It also made me grateful when I realized that my job wasn't even possible until about 15 years ago. I mean, how on earth could I film myself with one of these massive cameras? What is one message that you want to say to the world?
What I really want is a little bit of peace in Afghanistan. That's the main thing that we want. We just want security and peace. We just want to live our life and nobody at least bother us. And I hope everyone stay fine in their houses, in their cities, everywhere in the world. His teacher took this picture. The picture of the
That's the king of Afghanistan.
Yeah.
The former king.
It's a very famous picture actually. I saw this picture everywhere.
And this is the original one?
This is the original one, yeah.
You've seen that picture everywhere?
Yeah, I've seen that picture a lot, like everywhere where there's a picture of the
The original one.
Yes, and he's having the film. This is also the other film.
What does that mean for you? Is that cool to see that?
It's very nice actually, but I didn't know he had the picture of the king with him.
That's really valuable. I'm Drubinski, and if you like my travel videos, please follow this page and make sure to turn on all notifications so you can join me as I take you to every single country in the world.